on this computer. Perfect. Okay. So thanks for joining me, guys, tonight. I wanted to talk about a few things about why do you want to rank advance? I've had a couple of people ask me this lately, like, what's the point? Why bother? You go back to zero every single month. What's the point in like rank advancing every month, or trying to put, maintain a rank, hit a rank, maintain a rank, and then, then push for a rank. So I have a whole bunch of answers for a whole bunch of those questions. And it's very, there's a bunch of different reasons. And I'm going to kind of go through them each separately. So, first of all is money. Okay. The more you rank advance, the higher you rank, the more money you make. That may seem very simple and very obvious, but it's not necessarily obvious. I'm going to share my screen with you guys. And I'm going to share a little bit about how rank advancing actually helps you make more money. Okay. So, obviously the more people that you enroll, the more money you make. Okay. So this is the fastest way, your fast start bonus, the fastest way to make money. Okay. It's the fastest way for rank advancements as well. Just little secret. This is the fastest way for you to rank advance when you are enrolling people, because it has the highest amount of PV volume. Okay. So it's the fastest way to rank advance. It's the fastest way to make the most amount of money. And it's the best way to do it is if you have you enrolling, you have other people enrolling underneath you. Okay. The more that you are enrolling, the more money you're making, the more, and on every single level, on your third level, on your second, and on your first. Okay. Power 3, that doesn't really have to do with rank. But as you solidify your rank and, once you get into silver and above, because as a silver, you have 3 elites. And once you get into that sort of, ranking, it naturally just starts to look a bit more like this. As you go into, so this would be, at silver, you would have your 3 elites, right? Like this. So you'd get your 50. Hopefully you're getting your 250 at silver. And then as you go from, gold and above, then you're looking at this structure, this 1500. But that's not specific to rank. Okay. So this here, I'm going to go here. Okay. So every single month we start at the beginning of the month, as it's not even on here, it's consultant at 0. Okay. Every single month. Now, the longer you've been in doTERRA and the more LRPs you have, the more on the first of the month, you will not wake up with your LRPs or with your volume sitting at 0. When I wake up on the first, I don't wake up to zeros anymore. Now that's taken a long time to get there, because some people decide that they want their orders through on the first, but very quickly on the first, there are people that just have them processed at midnight. So, I don't tend to wake up to a 0 anymore. But even on the first day, a lot of people are putting in their LRPs. They're getting they're seeing what the product of the month is, and they're putting that in. So it's very different eventually, instead of waking up to 0. So you're never truly at 0 again, because you have however many people you have on your team, whether that's 30, whether that's 50, whether that's 600, 800 people, you have those people on your team. My dad said to me, I'll never forget it. My dad doesn't really know the ins and outs of the doTERRA business, but he is an entrepreneur. And I was kind of feeling sad and sorry for myself when I hit diamond, and I was kind of disappointed that I would wake up the next day and not be a diamond, in the back office, because it's so exciting when you see that rank, and then you're like, wah, 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 the next day. But he said to me, Julie, you will never be at 0 again. You could do nothing from this day forward, and you will never be at 0 again, because you have built your residual income. You've built a pipeline, and those people will never stop ordering, and you will never start at zero again. May show zero in your back office for volume or people purchased, but you have over X amount of people on your team now, and you will never be at zero again. You'll never have to start at zero. And this is true for every single person. This is something I wish I had thought about and sort of realized before hitting diamond, is that you are never going to be at zero again, because you have those people and they are ordering. Okay. So I want you to think about that. I want you to really think about the impact that can have, that you will never be at zero. Okay. So this is where rank changes things. Okay. So when you're looking at your unilevel bonus, so this is your, what you are paid after 60 days. So you get paid for, on somebody's first 60 days of enrollment, when they enroll, you get paid faster. So you get paid depending on who's enrolling them. But if you are enrolling them, you make 20% off of them on their first 60 days. After 60 days, you get into this unilevel. Okay. And it depends on your rank, what you get paid on each single level. Okay. So at manager, on your first level, so on your first level, you get paid 2% on whatever they purchase. So they whatever that line across the top, that's your first level. Okay. When you look at it, that's your, that's what you're making 2% off of. On your second level, you make 3%. Okay. So when you hit manager, so when you hit 500 PV, you make it on 2 levels. Okay. So you have to hit manager to get paid on 2 levels, right? Okay. So if you're not hitting manager, you're only getting paid 2% on your first level. If you have anybody below your first level, you are not making money off of them because you are not rank advancing. Okay. Director. It goes up dramatically, and you get paid 5% on your third level. If you are not hitting director and you have people below your third level, or your second level or below, you are not making money off of them. Okay. Executive. Guys, and you can see here, this is the volume. This is what it's telling you your volume needs to be, is 1,000. Okay. Then when you jump to executive and you're hitting 2,000 in volume, this is not just your own personal volume. This is any volume on your team. You're making this money. Okay. So at executive, you make money on 4 levels and you get paid 5% again. Okay. So if you have anybody on your 5th level or below, you are not making money off of them when they are ordering. At elite, we jump. We make 6% on our 5th level, 5% on our 4th, 5% on our 3rd, 3 on our 2nd, and 2 on our 1st. Okay. So each time you rank advance, you get paid deeper on your organization. Premier, we jump again. We make another 6% on our 6th level. Okay. So this premier here is when you have 2 legs at executive, and so they each have a 2,000 overall team volume, and then you have another 1,000 anywhere on your team. So that includes your LRP, and it can be anywhere. So one leg can be sitting at 2,000, one can be sitting at 3,000, or it can be scattered through your team. It can be, if you have another little baby leg, maybe they are sitting at 1,000. Okay. So they're sitting at director. Then at silver, we jump up again. Okay. So on our 7th level, we get paid 7%. Okay. So if you aren't hitting, so if you have 7 levels and you aren't hitting silver, you are not getting paid on all of those people. Okay. So if you have somebody or you've built down, or you've built, you've got a builder and they've built down, if you aren't hitting rank, you are missing out on this volume. Okay. Does that make sense to everybody? Does anybody have any questions?
I want 7 levels.
It comes. Okay. doTERRA pays out, just for people that don't know, doTERRA pays the opposite percentages that most network marketing companies do. Okay. Most network marketing companies will pay you, if we look at silver here or anything above that, they will pay you 7% on your top level and 2% on your last level. Okay. You don't want that. You want to think about your tree like this. You want to get paid the least amount of money on the least amount of people and the most amount of money on the most amount of people. The reason doTERRA pays us like this and flips it like this is so that we can actually make more money, because our retention rate is so high that as our team grows down this way, our volume gets to be massive down here, because as people are enrolling and they're ordering every single month on their LRP, that volume gets to be very high. Okay. It's not like that at the beginning, but there is a point that it starts to flip and it tends to grow further down than it is further up. Okay.
I have a question. So
Yep.
level 1 is your front line, right?
Yes.
And then level 2 being anything below that, obviously, is your next level.
Yeah. Would it help to see my tree if I pull that up?
No.
Okay.
Well, I don't know about anybody else, but I just wanted to clarify that level 1 would be your front line,
Yes.
and anything else below that, because I only have 2 levels.
Okay.
And they're all, because like basically everybody's ghost legs for me, so
Right.
I don't have anything other than level 2. So while I hit Premier last month,
Yep.
there's all those opportunities, but nobody's there. So
Yeah. And that'll happen. It'll just naturally happen where people start to share, even just sharing, and you start to build down that. You can also, if you have other people underneath them that are wellness advocates, start to build underneath that second level so that you do get a third level and below.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
No problem. Okay. Leadership pools. This is another way we make money. And this is a big way we make money. When I first started in doTERRA, I didn't understand anything about leadership pools, like zip, zero, none. Like I really didn't understand it. And people kept saying to me, well, you'll understand it when you get there. Well, that's great to understand it when I get there. But if I don't understand the potential of why I should get there so that I get these bonuses, it's kind of lost. I understand I still will get it when I get there. But what if we understood it before we got there so that we understood how huge these pools are, right? They are huge. And they're a good chunk of change. They don't tend to change. They're pretty solid. There is some fluctuation in the pools. It just depends how many fish are in the pools. So I'll try to explain this as best as I can. So doTERRA decided last year to be even more amazing than they already are and introduce this empowerment bonus or empowerment pool. When you enroll somebody at Premier and Silver and you hit Premier or Silver, you get 1% of this. How is it? 1% of this 2%? I don't know. You get a percentage. It's about $200 US. $180 to $200 is one share. Okay. So you get one share at Premier and at Silver worth about, we'll call it $200 for round numbers. Okay. $200. That's the empowerment pool. So that's when you get.
I think it was 300. It was over $300 Canadian last month for the Premier pool.
Oh, awesome. Okay. And it
Canadian,
does go up.
I want to say 364 is what I what I want to say. I mean, Kristen can maybe verify that, but I think that's what the Premier was for last month.
Great.
I haven't checked, to be honest.
Pardon?
I haven't checked, to be honest. I can do that now while we're on the call.
Yeah, it should be in your back office. You should be able to see that bonus. But so that's amazing. It's even more money. But its average is about 200. So then that's US dollars. So everything that I'm saying is in US dollars. Okay. So when you hit Premier and you hit silver, you get an extra $200. Okay. But when you look at this, when you're looking at this premier and the silver, you're not just making an extra $200. Depending how many people you're built down, you're also getting you're getting an extra 6% and another 7%, right? So that's an extra, I don't know, however many, it depends on what people are ordering on those levels and everything like that. But it's a good chunk of change, right? That's a lot of money, 6% and 7%. When you hit silver, and premier is, again, we're going to go back to premier, and it is 2 executives at 2,000 and an extra 1,000. So an overall volume of at least 5,000 minimum, and the 2 legs have to be sitting at over 2,000. When you hit silver, you get 1 share. Okay, another share. So that would be so these shares are a little bit different. They don't equal the same amount. So these shares are usually about $150. Okay, these are usually about $150. So when you go from silver, and when you hit silver for the first time, and you have 3 elites hit it for their first time of hitting elite, so they're all brand new elites. They all hit elite, and you hit silver. You get an extra share for every single elite. Okay, so you get another $150, another $150, and another $150. So you get $450 extra plus your empowerment bonus. So that's what did I just say? That was 450 plus 200 is 650 American dollars. Plus you get all your fast start, plus you get your power of 3, plus you get your unilevel. So Corey, if you guys all watched the call that Corey did with us about the compensation plan, she said on average your unilevel your unilevel pay is about 3% of your overall volume. That's on average. So it just depends on how deep you've built. If you haven't built very deep, then it's going to vary a little bit. Also depends how many people are ordering, all that kind of stuff. But let's say for an average, it's about 3%. So on a silver, when you hit silver for the first time, your volume minimum is going to be 9,000 because you have 3 elites at 3,000 each. So it's going to be minimum. It's going to be minimum 9,000 in volume. Let's call it 10. Okay. So you're going to have 10,000 in volume, times that by 3%. That's an extra 300. So you've got your, what did I say, was 650 plus 300. You're looking at about $1,000. And then whatever your power of 3. So let's say you're sitting at your 250 power of 3 because you've taught 3 elites how to do the same thing and get their 50. You're now looking at $1,250. Okay. American. So, $1 million Canadian. No, I'm joking. Quite a bit more. 1,500 American Canadian for hitting silver. Okay. That's a big jump from getting from premier to silver. Okay. In income. Gold, you get 5 shares. This is what the number of shares means. Okay. So you get 5 shares for hitting gold. So that's on average, if each share is worth $150, that's, what is that? 750? I'm terrible at math. 150 times 5. Yeah. 750. Okay. So you're going to get $750 for hitting gold. Now, if you hit gold and you also have an elite if you have a leader go elite that month, a new elite, so that would be somebody underneath one of your premiers, right? If you have enrollership of that person and they go elite, you're going to get another $150 because you just had a brand new person, your own personal enrollment, go elite. Okay. So you earn an extra share off of any new personally enrolled elites in any of these ranks. So silver, gold, and platinum. Anytime somebody hits elite and you are one of these ranks, you get an extra bonus. Okay,
I have a question.
Yep.
So that person though that is underneath you that has that elite, don't they need that person to be enrolled under them to hit their rank? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. So it depends. It depends on where that person's placed.
Okay.
So sometimes they may need that person. So that may mean giving up enrollment. But let's say I had somebody, let's say I put somebody under you, Carol Ann, and they were under your frontline. If I put them underneath one of your frontline leaders, then when they hit elite, I would get that bonus. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yep.
So
okay.
it depends.
Do you have somebody you want to do that for? Because I'm good with that. Just saying.
I wish I had more leads to hand out.
Oh, letcha.
Yeah, I know. I hear ya. Any day of the week, right?
I take one for the team, let me say.
So, but it happens. Or also, if you're a silver, gold, and platinum, and when you start getting gold and you start getting platinum, you're going to start fourth leg, right? Because you're going to be looking at prepping for diamond. Well, that elite, that person could be slowly going up and then hit elite. And then because they're elite and they're brand new, then again, you would still get that extra elite bonus. Does that make sense? So they might not be under one of your existing legs. They may be a new leg.
And that still counts.
Yep. Any personally enrolled elite that is new, when you hit silver, gold, or platinum, you get a share for it.
Doesn't matter where they are.
Mm-mm.
Gotcha.
It's not.
Excellent.
When you hit, and at platinum, sorry, so continuing, so at gold, gold, you're getting your $750 because you're getting 5 of the shares. Then you're getting about, let's say you're getting your 1,500 power of 3 is $2,200, $2,250. Plus, let's say your volume is sitting around 30,000 times 3% would be 900. So now you're up over $33,000. So you're at 3,100 plus your fast start. And maybe a little, who knows, you might be at your 250. You might, there is some variables, but so you're at 3,100 just off of a couple of ways we get paid, right? Then you got your fast start. Platinum is the same. Platinum is more. So at platinum, you get 10 shares. So you get $1,500 for your shares. Plus you're probably going to be earning your 1,500 power of 3. So you're getting 1,500, you're 3,000. Plus for platinum, you're going to be, I don't know, 30. You're probably going to be closer to 40,000 in overall volume. Now, if your structure is really tight, it'll be less. But let's just say we've got some wiggle room. So that's another $1,200. So you're at $4,200 plus your fast start. Okay, when you hit diamond, it goes up again. These numbers I'm not as quite sure as, because I'm not as familiar with them. I haven't been in these pools as much. But you get more shares, and you get more shares of a different rank. So when you're in diamond, blue diamond, and presidential diamond, when you have a personally enrolled person hit premier, you get an extra share, and these shares are worth like thousands of dollars. So every time you have a new a new person hit premier, you're getting like thousands of dollars extra. Okay. And it just goes up from this. Like, I mean, presidentials, their bonuses are like $30,000 to $40,000 a month, just in the shares. Okay, because there's less fish in the pools, right? And they get a percentage too. So it's each broken down by a percentage. Okay. Does that make sense to everybody?
It does. I want one.
So you can see going through the ranks how it makes such a difference. Even at Premier, it's to get that empowerment bonus is $200 in your pocket. That's a lot of money.
So the empowerment bonus for Premier for July was $258.20 US.
Awesome. That's a lot, right? And you can get that every single month as long as you hit Premier or Silver, and as long as you have an enrollment, you get that bonus. You can't max out. So if you want to sit at Premier for the rest of your life, which I don't necessarily recommend, but if you're happy there, or Silver, if you're happy there, you enroll one person a month and you hit one of these ranks, you get an extra 250 or more in your pocket, right? 250 US.
Well, last month when I just ballparked, I didn't write it all down. With BOGOs, I made more than $1,200.
Mm-hmm. And what did you hit?
And I hit Premier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hit Premier and I made over $1,200. Like, it might have, I know for sure it was over 1,200. It was more than that because we get paid in US funds converted to Canadian. So yeah, it was awesome. I mean, there was some the accounts I was using and things like that, which is all perfectly fine. But I mean, it was fabulous and I'm very, very grateful.
Yeah.
And then I promptly spent $400 or whatever to get to my 200 PV.
Well, yes, there's that. Agreed.
Yes. Yeah. So did I. I was like, bah! And I put it through the US too. I was like, God, I hate that conversion rate, but I like it coming back the other way. Let me tell you. Does anybody have any questions about that?
I actually find the conversion rate, I mean, up until recently, it's actually still been in our favor. I mean, to me, it was still cheaper when I've compared Canadian and US. As long as the dollar is below $1.34, it's still cheaper for me to buy the vitamins and such. And with the Canadian vitamins are a bit different, the LLV, than they are in the US. I would rather do my US order and then, I mean, yes, it's $14.99 now for shipping, but I get the 15 points. So who does that your shipping becomes free?
Yeah, exactly. For sure. I pulled up this, I don't know why this red thing is showing on my screen. This is the average. I hope everybody can see this. This is the average earning with doTERRA. So average, this is your monthly, and then this is your yearly. So, even one rank, even going from elite to Premier, you're doubling your average. Okay. Well, obviously you're doubling your monthly income. Okay. It's huge, guys. These are real numbers. They are pretty accurate. At Silver, they are counting that you're getting your 1,500. So at Silver, I think that's a bit of a stretch. If you structure very well, then absolutely you can do this. Or you're a Silver that has a large volume. You're not looking at 10,000 in volume. You're probably looking at 20 to 30, but you're hitting Silver. Your overall volume, I should say. Okay. But they are real numbers. Does anybody have any question about the money side of things? No. Okay. There are more reasons than just money to rank advance. There's something else. So leadership calls. At Silver, you get to come on to leadership calls. They are every single month, and they are full of information. They're chock full of great information. We get emails. We tend to get emails first. There's different opportunities for Silvers. You get to walk the stage at convention as a Silver. That's huge. You get to there's a magazine that they put out, a leader recognition in the for a convention, and you get that. You get to have your picture in there. You get into Facebook groups. So there are some great Facebook groups starting at gold and above. The gold and platinum group is unbelievably amazing. A lot of diamonds actually say it's their favorite group. I don't know about above diamonds, but I know a lot of people love the gold and platinum group. I have found it to be so beneficial. We get to see we get the what is it called, the Google thing, the Google Drive. We get the Google Drive folders. We get the Google folders. We get access to that. We get to post those. And then in Diamond and above, we get into a Canadian Diamond group and a whole company Diamond group. And the Canadian Diamond group is so great. It's very specific to our market. So it's really good to be in there because you have corporate in there. In the general Diamond group, you've got everybody in there. You got a lot of people in there, and then you've got people like Emily Wright, and she comments, and people will take her, and you can take her and ask her questions, and she'll respond. She's very, very good at that. So that's kind of amazing. You get to be invited to special events at certain ranks and above. A few years ago, there was a silver and above dinner at the Canadian launch that we got to go to, so that was great. There's a Diamond Day coming in November, I believe, October, November, for diamonds and above that hit above a certain amount of times and a certain amount of time frame. And so there's a lot more than just money. You get, you get on a diamond call at Diamonds as well. So you have the leadership calls, but then you also have the diamonds and above calls. There's a lot more value than just money. It's, it's great to make money and it's great to earn more money. We all want to do that, but it's more than just the money as well. And so it's really, when you're not rank advancing, you're leaving money on the table. Or if you're not maintaining a rank, you'll always be, like for me, I'm always a diamond. They never consider me not a diamond, but I don't always get paid at a diamond level. So if I'm not hitting that in a month, I'm missing out on, a lot of money. There's a big change. There's a big difference. And so, and I'm not able to walk a gala this year, and that's okay. That's okay. I've come to terms with that. That's okay. But there are special things. There are perks. There's, at convention, I'm not sure what they're doing this year, but in past years, I'm not sure what they're doing this year, but in past years, when you're diamond above, you get to sit at tables. When you're blue diamond and presidential diamond, you have a name card at your table. So you know where you're sitting, you get snacks, you get early, you get to just walk in and go sit because you have reserved seating, so you don't have to stand in line. There's lots of different perks. I could go on and on about the different kinds of perks.
Is Dave crying in the background because he now thinks he's not getting snacks? Just saying.
He's not even listening. He's watching TV. I don't know what they're doing this year. I'm not 100% sure if Diamonds and Above are going to have tables. I don't know. I'm not. They haven't really said. There are some diamond suites happening at Vivint at the arena. For diamonds for enrollments that are, I think it's the top 30 enrollments, they get to take their teams up into like box seats. They've redone the arena, so I think it's going to be a little bit different this year. Yeah, so does anybody have any questions? I mean, there's lots of different perks for diamonds too. I mean, we get gifts at Christmas. We did last year. We got gifts at Christmas. We get a very good account. Oh, at Silver, I should say this. At Silver, you get an account manager. So instead of calling customer service, you can call your account manager, and that's huge. It's such a bonus to have an account manager because they are so knowledgeable, and they are very quick to respond and help you with any sort of issues, especially placements and that sort of thing. Exceptions, all that kind of stuff. Does anybody have any questions, comments? No, nothing. Okay.
That's awesome, Julie. You did a great job. I want that account manager, damn it.
Yeah, you do.
Well, you
Yep.
want me to have a sign quit bugging you guys.
Pardon?
I said, you guys want me to have a sign quit bugging you guys.
No. No. I'm always happy to share my account manager. I'm always like, just tell me if there's an issue. I'll email my account manager. Okay. Well, I hope that I'm going to stop recording.